What's up everyone, it's Al from Exiles here, and today we're bringing you the brand new product, the structure deck for the Sacred Beasts that's just come out just a couple of days ago here in the TCG. So this structure deck is a support package for the popular GX theme of Sacred Beasts, which were basically like retrains of the Egyptian gods. You've got Uriah, Raphael and Hammon on the front cover, and it's got this lovely sort of hexagonal pattern on the background, and you've got your usual stuff side of the box, just carrying on the logos. And on the back we have release the Sacred Beasts. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX fan's greatest dream come true. The three Sacred Beasts have been united and under a single banner in structure deck Sacred Beasts, with new support to make them easier to summon and bolster their power. Impose true dueling dominance upon your opponent. And it's got what the structure deck includes: 38 common cards, 3 super rares, 5 ultra rares, 2 token cards, and a double-sided deluxe game mat / dueling guide with tips to execute the perfect strategy. And it's fully compatible with all the cards you already own. So without further ado, we'll crack this one open. Now, just as a heads up, I had purchased an additional 2 copies of this deck, which I have opened prior, and we are going to be, at the end of this video, or like halfway through, constructing a deck on 3 of these, using only the 3 decks we're given. And I'm going to do a slight twist on the deck, because it would appear that most YouTubers are focusing on 2 Sacred Beasts in particular. I'm going to be, well, 1 or 2. I'm going to be focusing mainly on 1. Now, let's get this box cracked open. So, we have the game map, which has all of your dueling tips on, as well as the pack recommendations. And apologies if you can't see it very well, but this game mat looks really nice with all of the new artwork for the respective monster, spell and trap support given to the Sacred Beasts. We won't dwell too much on that. Let's get the deck out. Okay guys, here we are with the deck in question. So for the new card we have Raphael, Lord of Phantasms, Shimmering Scraper. Basically it carries the same summoning free tribute requirement as Raphael and carries the same stats. However, it more so treats itself as sort of like an honest type monster for Raphael. So if you have Raphael on the field, you can discard it, double Raphael's attack, and have it be able to attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, making it a stupidly good beater. As well as the fact you can add it back, you can add this back to your hand by tributing 1 monster, which is lovely. We've got Uriah, Hammon, Raphael as always. We've got Armatail the Chaos Phantasm now, so you can use it with your Dimension Fusion. Cerulean Skyfire, this is to complement Hammon, lets you use face down spells you control to summon it, as well as if you control an attack position Hammon, you can negate any spell or trap effect acted by your opponent. Then you can change a Hammon you control to defense position. And if a face-up Uriah, Hammon or Raphael leaves the field, you take no damage this turn. Hyperblaze is for Uriah. So to special summon Uriah, you can use face-down traps you control as well. And once per battle, when an attack is declared involving Uriah, you can send a trap from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and its attack and defense become the number of face-up traps on the field and in the graveyard times 1,000. And for the rest of this turn, once per turn, you can discard a card, add to your hand, or special summon a Uriah, Hammon, or Raphael, ignoring its summoning conditions. Dimension Fusion Destruction summons your Phantasm by banishing the Sacred Beast from grave. Chaos Core. This basically lets you dump the Sacred Beast to the graveyard if something targets it. Dark Beckoning Beasts allows you to add any of the Sacred Beasts or a card that specifically lists those cards with their names from your deck to your hand. And once per turn during your main phase, you can also normal summon a Fiend monster with 0 attack and defense in addition to your normal summon or set this turn. So this is a staple. As well as a staple free of, we have Chaos Summoning Beast, which, if tributed, you can special summon a Uriah, Hamon, or Raviel from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions, and you can banish it from the graveyard to add Fallen Paradise from your deck to your hand. Dark Summoning Beast, there's a reprint. Phantom of Chaos, Sky Blaster, Reloader, Grave Squirmer, Rainbow Dark Dragon, quite a nice reprint. Tragedia, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Latin. Radian, that's a nice reprint. Chaos Hunter, nice to see. Puppet Monster, Stygian Street Patrol, this is a nice card. Farther, again, nice. Cerberel, Danger Chupacabra. Now this card is fantastic. So basically, when it's activated, you can add a Uriah, Hamon, or Raviel, or any monster that lists any of those cards in its text. So this deck already has quite good consistency. And once per turn, you can discard a card to special summon a Fiend with 0 attack and defense from your graveyard. And once per turn, if you control a level 10 monster, you can add a continuous spell from your graveyard to your hand. So really nice. Fallen Paradise, Martyrs, Spell Chronicle, Terraforming, always nice to have. Set Rotation, again, nice to have. Mound, nice. 1 for 1, great. The Beginning of the End, Desires, fantastic. Owner Seal, Field Barrier, Concealing Light, MST, Awakening of the Sacred Beast, this is a new one. So based on how many of the Sacred Beasts you control, it gains these effects. So 1+, each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you get to gain life equal to the attack of those monsters. So sort of like a Dogwood effect. 2, negate the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls. So if you control 2 Sacred Beasts, this turns into a skill drain. If you control 3 with different names, any monsters sent to your graveyard are banished instead. And once per turn, if you control a level 10 monster, you can add a continuous trap from your graveyard to your hand. We have Escape from the Dark Dimension, Shape Sister, Imperial Custom, Mistake, also really nice reprint. Dark Factory of More Production, Phantasm Emperor Therilogic, and 2 tokens, 1 Phantasmal Martyr token and 1 Phantasm token. Now, I do believe this video is running a little bit low on time, so I'm going to quickly put together a triple structure deck, and we are going to be focusing on Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, for this video. Okay guys, so we're back, and time for the Uriah version of Sacred Beasts. So let's start off with 3 Uriah. This guy gains 1000 attack for each continuous trap in your graveyard, and once per turn you can target a set spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy the target, and neither player can activate cards in response to that. Well, spell and trap cards predominantly, and it can be summoned obviously by sending 3 face-up traps you control to the graveyard. You've got Hamon, you've got your Raviel, your 4K beaters, and you've got 1 Shimmering Scraper in case you need your Raviel to hit for big damage. Triple Chaos Summoning Beast, because this can special summon any of the Sacred Beasts from your hand, as well as being able to add Fallen Paradise. Now we've got triple Dark Summoning Beast. This can get your Sacred Beast out of your deck, and this is a going first version, so it doesn't really matter how you get this guy out. As long as you get your Uriah on the field, you should be good. Triple Dark Beckoning Beast, it just searches anything in your deck, and then you can use the Sacred Gates to search anything else, as well as that additional normal summon or set being really nice. Triple Street Patrol. This card is great to discard with opening of the Spirit Gates, because essentially speaking, you can banish it to summon any of the sort of dark beasts from your hand. 1 Radiant Kaiju. You can play 3 because if you're getting 3 copies of this deck, you can sort of bump up the numbers if you want. 3 of this opening of the Spirit Gates. This can search any of the Sacred Beasts, you know, just anything, basically, and its ability to revive fiends from your graveyard with 0 attack and defense is really fucking great. So yeah, it's just stupid good, like a cheat card basically. Triple Desires. Apparently this is the mathematical ratio, and it's nice to have this card in the deck. 1 Cerulean for your Hamon coverage, 1 Fallen Paradise, 1/1/1 to bring out your one of your Chaos Beasts. Now onto the traps. Very heavy on the traps. Triple Hyperblaze. Went through what this card did in the intro. And plus it's Uriah, obviously. 3 Awakening. This card can get you up to stupid life as well, so it's a nice continuous trap to have. Triple Mistake. Everyone likes to add from their deck to their hand now, and dropping this on your opponent going first will essentially shut down most decks. 1 Imperial Custom to protect your back row. 1 Shape Sister, because it's a continuous trap that can be summoned as a monster that might be able to give you a nice bit of, you know, advantage moving forward. And 1 of this Dark Factory of more production. We're not playing the extra deck simply because this is more of a control-based version of Sacred Beasts. I will be making a, you know, version of this deck where I'm not only using the 3 decks, but this is, in my opinion, the best way to make it out of budget would be to focus on Hamon. Then if you want to focus on Raviel, you can do that. Would be the second best. This is probably the least best way of dealing with the Sacred Beasts, but I just think Uriah hasn't been given a lot of attention in a lot of YouTubers' videos lately, so I decided to put some focus on the big red snake. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and that's been Al, and I will see you in the next video, and that should be, I believe, well, soon enough. See you later.